Anyone wishing to donate something to the army can go to the town hall every Sunday, where the city scribe will write down your name
My God, lad.
I don't know if you can help me, but I'm looking for some flea-ridden rags.
And you expect me to have some, do you?
Well,
I ain't got nothing like that. But I know where you could find some, if you're willing to make it worth my while.
here you are. Now talk.
Thank you kindly, young man. We have this encampment in the Cobbler's Quarter. Take a look there by the wall behind the biggest tent. There's a big pile of rubbish there, but I saw the kind of blanket you need. Covered in fleas, almost indecent it were.
Thanks. I'll take a look.
Christ.
Welcome, good man. Greetings. What do you need?
Would you repair... I'd like to... How's this?
That's all. Aye. Excellent. It was a pleasure. How can I help you today, friend?
What do you have for sale? Let's talk about... What would you say?
That's... final. Thank you, sir. And come again. What? Hey?
You shouldn't be here. Clear off! You can't just stroll in here.
A fine day for some... At your service, sir.
God be with you.
And with you. Good day to you.
Good afternoon, sir.
I want to ask about that.
I know you do.
I've got a dress for.
Oh, lovely. This? I'd be on the shelf till I want to...
I've got a dress for you.
Oh, love... Wow.
It's all yours. Now what can...
Of course. It's the same every time. I go upstairs to prepare a bath for him. It can't be too hot or too cold. And then Adam gives me this fragrant oil, and I have to mix that in.
That's some special treatment, isn't it?
We don't do that for anyone else. I hear it's awfully expensive, but only the best.
I understand.
Well, then he has his bath, eats and drinks and discusses important issues with Adam and the other wealthy guests. And then he usually goes home or stays on with some girl. It depends.
Could you show...
I ain't got it. Adam's really careful with it, so he only gives it to me when Councillor Nars comes. Then he locks it up somewhere in his room upstairs.
What does the oil look like?
No, it's small. A little bottle with a cork. A bit like perfume. Aye, and it's got something painted on it. Colourful flowers like.
What would happen if you broke the little bottle, say?
Don't say that. That would be the death for me. Adam would hit the roof, but Nars would...
You always ask for it, eh?
Sometimes I wonder if he only comes here because he likes the way the bath smells. He can't stop praising it. It's like it puts him under a spell or something.
Right. I was just curious. But I've got to go now.
Thank you for the dress. It was good to see you, my friend.
What are you poking around that door for? You've no business here. Go! Away! You can't just come in here. Good. And don't come back till you've learned your manners. Who is it? Oh, how brave. Causing trouble and then hide. You've got no business here. What is that? Stop beating me, you lout! What are you doing? Here he is! Catch him! Hurry up and arrest him! He punched me!
I'll sort you out now.
Brawl!
You won't surrender! Damn fool. You wanna... For glory! You're done here, you crook!
Shit!
Now you're in trouble! Your arse open! I've been waiting for you! Got my eye on you. You still resist? I'll beat you to a bloody pulp, fucker!
I'm at your service, sir.
Service is kind of slow today.
Come on. Crawl all over it.
A jug of wine, thanks.
What's the hold-up? Am I supposed to open my mouth and wait for it to rain?
What are you sneaking around here for, It happens. Just watch where you're going next time. What is this racket here? I'm fussing over nothing.
came barging in here. I've plenty of time to find you. I'll find you. Ich habe genug Zeit. Was? This door was locked. You can't hide from me. Wo bist du? I'll find you. Ich habe genug Zeit. Now, why is this open? Everything is in its place.
That's rank. Ugh.
At your service.
What are you poking around that door for, eh? Get out of here, go! Piss off!
And bite to your heart's content.
Look what I have for you.
Where did you get that new bench? Ours is all creaky, and I keep getting splinters from it. Nowhere. I made it
You're
myself.
my doggy, eh?
You? Don't lie. Where would you
Good
have
boy.
learned how to do
Good
that?
boy.
You think it's hard? Planning a few planks of wood and nailing them together? Get hold of some wood and come over. I'll be happy to help you. You think you could manage some
Aye,
nice ornament?
come here.
I always fancied those chairs with hearts
Aye,
growing out of them.
come here.
Christ! Are you sure you don't want me to fit out your entire hearth room? Give people an inch.
People! Good people! Help out a suffering wretch! Spare a few coins! Huh? What's your problem, you idiot?
Is that you? Oh, never mind then.
I was at Adam's bathhouse.
And how did it go? Tell me.
I asked about Naz, and let's say he won't feel as comfortable there as he used to.
That sounds good. At least he might be willing to talk to me now.
Oh, so I don't forget, I brought you something. This is some precious oil they mix into his bath. He's crazy about it, it seems. So you can surprise him when he turns up here.
That's great. Thank you.
What are we going to do now? Wait.
Well, there's one more counselor we could get on our side.
Who?
Councillor Tuchmacher. Apparently, some nobleman accused him of swindling his customers, and he has some problems now, or something like that. If you go to him and ask, maybe he'd appreciate some help.
Who is this Tuchmacher? What else do you know about him?
He's a master tailor and draper. He has a shop in Town Hall Street. And he's one of the councillors who's likely to vote for Adam. He was always a bastard.
You know each other?
It depends on what you mean. We had a bit of a row some years back, and he's pissed off with me. I'd never have thought that moron would be on the council.
What about the other councillors?
I've given bribes, unless Naz is eating out of the palm of my hand.
All right.
Oh, and when I said we had a bit of a row, maybe it'd be best not to say I sent you. He might not take kindly to it.
All right. Don't worry.
God bless.
Well, come to your senses yet?
Oh, fuck you. I'm telling you, Conrad's going to win the tournament.
Last chance. Fine wares. A fine day for some fine wares. Come and take your pick.
Welcome, good man.
I heard you're having trouble with some noblemen.
What's that got to do with you?
Nothing. But maybe I could help you.
And you just feel like helping me, do you? Because you've got a big heart? I don't buy it. What's your game?
Do the municipal bathhouse and the clean tax mean anything to you?
Of course! I'm a member of the Kuttenberg Council.
So, when you're going to choose the bathhouse, I need you to vote for the Kingfisher.
Why are you interested in bathhouses?
Let's say it's in my interest if they make a profit. I contributed to the furnishings, and I expect to get a return on that soon.
Oh, I see what you mean. Aye, why not? If you can help me, my vote is yours. But only if you succeed.
It's a deal. What's it all about, then?
I had a bit of a quarrel with Sir Jan of Leschtin, and I need someone young and strong to take my place in a duel.
You're gonna fight?
You'll do the fighting, and that will settle our dispute. Do you agree?
What did you quarrel about?
Just a silly misunderstanding. Some nobleman's servant ordered a coat for his lord, except he kept urging me, and I ran out of the right fabric. So I used a different fabric in some places, and the lord noticed and accused me of swindling him.
Well, you did, didn't you?
What was I supposed to do? I'd also have been in trouble if I didn't deliver it on time.
All right. What happened next?
I wanted the bailiff to adjudicate, because I'm on good terms with him. But the nobleman insisted it to be resolved under the law of the realm, because the city law doesn't apply to him. And that means settling the dispute under the watchful eyes of God, by combat.
Have you had this kind of problem with customers before?
Never! I've never had any complaints before this. I had a good reputation in Kuttenberg, and now I'm disgraced.
What are the rules of the duel?
You don't need to worry.
What weapons?
Well, as I'm not a nobleman, but you can use a mace, flail, or a hunting sword.
Oh, great. And armor?
No plate armor.
And the nobleman?
He can have everything.
That's hardly a fair...
That's by the by, though. If I'm in the right, God's hand will guide you.
It won't be my first duel, so why not?
I'm glad I found...
Where's the duel gonna...
The dueling spot is secret, so we'll go... But it's too late to travel. We'll set off in the morning. You can wait...
There's something I need...
But don't...
I'll have a look at...
Nothing to your liking, sir?
I'm here for the...
All right. Will you wait?
All right.
I'm here like we agreed, sir.
Tuchmacher. Who's this with you?
My champion. He's going to fight in my name.
Sir?
I would laugh in your face here and now. So I'll just ask if you're ready.
Can't we settle this?
What you have in mind? I'm a nobleman. And as a Tuchmacher cheats his customers...
I didn't cheat any. The bailiff could have...
City law is out of the question.
Maybe we could find a piece.
Well, well, Tuchmacher.
Have you lost? Are you going to...
I'll fight.
I was starting to fear. Shall we begin, then?
I see you're fully kitted out.
Are you...
You in full armor? Does that strike you? Your advantage is plain to see.
Do you mean to preach equality? I come from a long and noble... So stop blathering and...
Give me a...
What's wrong?
I'd need to stretch.
Get a move on, then. I don't have all day. You haven't changed your mind, have you?
Are you writing?
Well?
Start off with that weapon.
I need a moment longer.
Is that supposed to be a threat? That's more like it. Well? What's it to be?
Let's go, then.
Are you testing my... You're supposed to have a weapon befitting Tuchmacher's status. Get a flail or a hunting sword.
All right.
Well? What's it to be? You haven't changed your mind, have you? Well, are you ready?
Let's go, then.
Today, these two noble Sir Kudenberg counts, both men confirm that the party whom God... The combat shall continue until... Are you ready? Begin.
Death!
Fuck it!
You really gave it from the right, from the left. Hurry, strike. Thanks. Thanks very much.
You're welcome. I hope you'll fulfill your side of our deal now.
Most certainly.
And next time, don't resolve your disputes by combat.
Next time, I'll be careful who I make coats for. Ha 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 ha.
Farewell.
Farewell.
Well done. You were better. But that Tookmarker is just a devious little burger. He's laughing now because he got the better of a nobleman, but justice will catch up with him one day.
You silly mutt. You're my doggy, eh?
I went to see Tookmarker.
How did it go? Will he vote for us?
He had a quarrel with some nobleman and challenged him to a duel.
A duel? Like a fencing one? I didn't think people still fought duels. Aren't they banned?
If you've got blue blood, you can do what you like.
That's true. It's the same everywhere. What did he want from you?
He didn't dare fight himself, so he was looking for a champion.
And how did it turn out?
He'll help us.
Really? That's wonderful. Wow, Henry, you hero.
Don't celebrate yet. It's only one vote.
But it's an important vote. Now we just have to wait till the council meets.
Do you think Adam suspects you're trying to sway the vote?
I don't know, but I don't think so. If he suspected something, I'd expect him to march in here and be as nasty to me as he always is. But there's no sign of him so far.
Did you find any more votes?
Afraid not. With the meeting, I suppose there are lots of people trying to get something from them. All we can do is...
So now we just have to wait till they vote?
Come back in a few days' time. The
I will.
Stop! Come here!
How are you? And what do you need?
To have a little chat with you. Come here! How did you get your hands on that armor? You nicked them. Take it off. I'll be returning it to its rightful owner.
I haven't stolen...
Are you going to argue with me?
Fuck you. You're not getting a thing.
You whoreson! Now you're going to get it! For glory and carnage! Die!
Come here. Oh, yeah. You silly doggy.
Quick! Car! Quick! Quick! Whoa!
God be with you. Keep the peace, and we'll stay friends.
God be with you. How's the watch going?
Not too bad. It'd be better if it wasn't raining. But I can make sure he knows how you run the place. That's the 5th yucca who got scrushed in here.
This is some jiggery pokery.
Be quiet. And now clear off. You have no business here.
You're a Christian of Pesach?
I am. What do you need?
Kunzlin Ruthard sent me. About Via Argentum.
I see. But I'm afraid I don't have good news for Sir Kunzlin. I haven't made much progress regarding the matter we discussed. I just don't have the time to investigate. I'm always needed somewhere, and there's always someone following me around.
Have you found out anything at all?
Just rumors. And those are useless. What's your name?
Henry.
All right. Listen up, Henry. Nobody can know I'm looking into it. It's a very dangerous game. If Sir Kunzlin trusts you, you can help me in my investigation.
Well, that's actually why I'm here.
Excellent. Excellent. You don't happen to come from a family of miners or smelters, do you?
My father was a blacksmith.
It's a fine craft. But it won't teach you much about silver mining and processing. I'll be happy to tell you everything you need to know. Now, follow me, please. We need to talk somewhere in private. Just wait a bit longer, all right?
should I start looking?
Straight to the point. I like that. We know for a fact the silver must be getting lost somewhere on its way to the mint. That means it would be best to discreetly inspect all operations and find out where the problem is. First of all, you should ask miners from every shift how many corves they mine in a day. After that, we'll compare the numbers to the mine record books and see.
But the yields aren't the same every day, right?
True. That's why we have to focus on one particular day. For example, the other day, on the Feast of St. Petronilla, Foreman Fett was beaming and bragging to me about how much it helped. Mined out.
So, I'm supposed to ask about the Feast of St. Petronilla?
It was just a few days ago. I reckon it will be fresh in their memory. Nevertheless, the miners are a strange bunch, and they have an odd way of speaking. Like, calling each other Sonny, however old they are. But you'll hear for yourself. You should pretend to be really interested in them. And you could be a scholar writing a treatise on silver mining. Or perhaps a nobleman interested in buying a mine. Or just say I'm your distant uncle who's initiating you into the ins and outs of my job. It's up to you.
I reckon I could pose as a curious scholar.
Suit yourself. Just don't change your story so you don't arouse suspicion. But to the point, each day 3 shifts work in the shaft. Each has its foreman, or gaffer, as they say. The first shift is led by Frank, the second by Paul, and the third by Samko. You'll have to ask each one of them how many corves they mine. Samko's hewers should be off work now. You'll find the other 2 shifts in the mine. Take this, so the guards will let you in. It's a letter of safe conduct bearing my seal, allowing you free movement within the mine.
And what are you going to do?
I'll return to the estate to do my job. What else? I reckon they must be wondering where I am by now. Once you find out how many corves the 3 shifts mined on the Feast of St. Petronilla, return to me. We'll compare that number to the entry in the mine book. And don't forget, don't draw attention.
By the way, I've had the honor of meeting your brother, Peter.
Well, well. Small world.
He was a great help to us at Sukhdol.
Even though we had some disagreements, I respect him for everything he succeeded in doing. If it weren't for him, I'd never have been able to do what I do.
Who owns the silver that's mined here?
All the silver in the Kingdom of Bohemia belongs to the king, whether it's above ground or still below it. Though I'm sure you understand, the king has a lot on his mind, and he can't be expected to worry about mining, so he leases out the mining rights to his tenants. It's called the Burgergeld. There's a lot of money in it. The tenants have to pay the king, and the king also receives a share of the pure silver from the smelting works. That's the royal tithe.
What is this path of silver, anyway?
It's the whole process, from digging the silver ore out of the ground and processing it, to minting silver coins. Silver is found in ore veins underground. The pitmen mine it and get it to the surface. The chief foreman of a gallery counts the corves, and the assayer estimates the purchase price of the ore for the smelter. The raw ore goes to the smelter, where it's crushed in a stamp mill before it can be purified by roasting. Roasted ore goes to the furnaces, where it's smelted into raw and then pure silver. Silver is then cast into rods, about as thick as your little finger.
Can any silver get lost?
It can. And unfortunately, it does happen. It may be a capital offence, but even that won't deter everyone. Most often, a pitman tries to smuggle pieces of ore under his clothes. It doesn't end well. Nevertheless, the entire path of the silver, from the ore beneath the ground to minted coins, is closely guarded. Every step is recorded in the books, so if someone is stealing large quantities, they must have it pretty damn well figured out.
Who checks the royal share?
The royal mint master and his subordinates are responsible for collecting the royal share. That also means me and the shaft foreman. That is why every step of the path of silver is monitored and recorded, starting with how much ore is mined. The smelting works owners don't have to be monitored as closely, since they buy the ore from us. It's in their best interest to get the highest possible yield after deducting the royal share.
Who makes money from all this?
The thing is, everyone does. Pitmen get paid for mining in the shaft. Mine operators get paid for raw ore. The smelters then smelt everything, sell the pure silver, and deduct the raw tithe. The silver rubs off on the hands of anyone who even touches it. But there's still enough left over for the king.
Who owns the mines?
The king grants mining rights to his loyal subjects, and these leaseholders can rent out their privileges to other people. All sorts of people operate mines in Kuchenberg. Nobility, rich burghers, even the monastery. In fact, anyone with enough money to pay for new shafts to be dug can share in the proceeds.
Who's responsible for the mines?
The mines and the mint are supervised directly by the Royal Mint Master, Ulrich Vervark von Neuhaus. As the steward, I'm his direct subordinate. I oversee that everything runs smoothly on his behalf. Then come the chief foreman, then the other foreman, and finally the ordinary pitmen in the shafts. But I don't come in contact with them very often. We follow the path of silver until the moment an ore merchant buys the ore from us and takes it to a smelter.
How much do the mines pay to the king?
That depends on whether it's a royal mine or a mine in the hands of a mining guild, meaning the leaseholders.
I thought all mines were owned by the king.
That's right. But it's much more profitable for the king to grant mining rights to rich mine operators. They bear the cost of mining themselves and pay him a share. The king receives 1/3 of the profits from his own mines, but only 1/5 from the leaseholders. That's how he gets what's his from all the mining.
What about the other 2/3 of the profits from the king's mines?
Those go towards the costs, of course, for operations, wages, and shaft security.